Oops. Dang it. Oh, right, all right, all right, all right, all right, all right, all right. Okay, all right, all right, all right, all right, all right, all right, all right. Okay, all right, okay, all right, okay, all right, okay, okay, right, okay, all right, all right, all right, all right, all right, all right, okay. Hello, 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 hello. This is Rhapsody, your friendly neighborhood growth hacker, aka Rhapsody Barrero, aka the Reverend Dr. Rhapsody, here for you today. Glad to see you. Glad you came. Thank you so much for joining. And what we are here to do today is to support Operation Underground Railroad and Feeding America. For those who don't know, Operation Underground Railroad is an outfit that finds locations that are being used for human sex trafficking to help children get returned to their families. Feeding America is in place to help hungry Americans not go to bed hungry. It makes no sense at all that in the most profitable country on the planet that people go to bed hungry. So Feeding America is here for that. And Operation Underground Railroad is here to help those who might have been taken advantage of, drugged at a party, or just abducted on the street and forced into human sex trafficking and just not making a good thing go for their lives. And Operation Underground Railroad goes in like a SWAT team, takes down these operations, takes out the bad guys. And I don't know if they take them out or if they just have them arrested, but I just know the kids get to be returned to their families. And for that, I'm here in support of that. So please find the link in the description, make a donation, and we greatly, greatly, tremendously appreciate you. Okay, so what we're talking about today is focus. Focus, 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 focus. If you want better health, if you want a relationship, if you want to increase your finances, focus is the name of the game. It reminds me of a story I heard about a dinner party that happened one time with a young Bill Gates, brought on by his mom, because he said that he would just like one day to possibly have dinner with Warren Buffett. So one day Bill Gates comes home from work and sees Warren Buffett sitting at his dinner table. Yay. And Bill Gates' mom was kind of like this facilitator to the whole thing. And at one point she asked the question, what is the key to your success? And both of them simultaneously said focus, because focus creates your reality. Focus creates your reality. If you focus on what you don't have, guess what? You'll get less. If you focus on what you have, you get more. That's just how it works. Don't blame me. I'm just the messenger. Don't shoot. All right. So, the name of the game is foregoing other choices, or focusing on other choices. Okay, here we go. Focus, broken down in an acronym, is foregoing other choices until successful. If you're focusing on a relationship, you're not focusing on not having a relationship. If you're focusing on abundance, you're not focusing on lack. If you're focusing on health, you are not focusing on sickness. An example came to me the other day, similar to if you're in a situation where there is hunger. In order to take care of that, you don't focus on the hunger. You focus on either creating food or arranging an avenue for food to show up. And long enough after food shows up, the hunger is no longer a situation because there is an abundance of food. It works the same way for healing. Nobody is absolutely 100% ill. So what we do is we focus on the parts of our bodies that are working right. Focus on where we have health in existence already. And the thought crossed my mind while I was saying that, well, what about somebody who's in a coma? Well, as they've proven over time, even if someone's in a coma, they still have mental faculties. That's why one of the things that you'll find is family members reading books to coma patients, and eventually they come out of the coma. It's like magic, but it's not magic because that's just how we're wired. Because focus equals growth. Focus equals expansion. It's all about focus. We have to focus on what we want and remove focus from what we do not want. We're talking about the creative structure here as opposed to the problem-solving structure. And the challenge with the problem-solving structure, well, it's twofold. First challenge with the problem-solving structure is that it is literally embedded into our brains that is the only way to take care of things. From as far back as you can remember, I mean, I was watching a video today where somebody was talking about, not watching the news. Like, I don't watch the news. I have, or had, God rest his soul, one of the best mentors on the planet, William R. O'Brien. He was my Amway Diamond. And he always used to say, don't watch the news. He was a former Vietnam veteran, one of the original Navy SEALs. Before that, he was he ran gangs in Harlem when they were, back when there were white people in Harlem back earlier on. But he always said, don't watch the news. Don't worry. If it gets bad enough, they'll call you. That might have gone over some heads because a lot of you likely weren't around during the draft where people were sent off to war where they didn't necessarily want to fight, but maybe they were in prison and they would rather go to the war than to just work away their lives in prison, or in some cases where they're just healthy and out and about and not doing anything with their lives to go off and serve their country. Okay. So focus. Focus. If you want abundance, you have to focus on the abundance that you already have. Chances are great that you have more than one set of clothes. Chances are great that you are living indoors with a roof, as opposed to some areas in Mexico where they have structures for housing that don't have a roof that covers the entire house. So you have an abundance of protection from the elements. If you walk outside and take a deep breath, there's an abundance of air. There's an abundance of water. You can look around, unless you're like knee deep in a concrete jungle somewhere in the city. There's an abundance of trees. There's an abundance of grass. There's an abundance of animals. There's an abundance of fish. Abundance runs amok. Focus on abundance. Focus on the abundance that you already have in your life. And more abundance will show up because focus equals expansion. Focus equals growth. You're already abundant, so take advantage of that. And for those who are just jumping on, we are, as far as focus goes, we are focusing on Operation Underground Railroad and Feeding America as our pet charities. Operation Underground Railroad pulls young people out of human sex trafficking situations. They roll in there like a SWAT team. Once they find a location, they break it down, get the kids back home to their family, and arrest or otherwise handle the people who are running the operation. It's a beautiful thing. They need money. Please click on the link in the description to send the money. And Feeding America, there are Americans that go to bed hungry. I heard last I heard it was like 1 out of 8 Americans goes to bed hungry. And in the most prosperous country on the planet, that makes absolutely no sense. So again, click the link in the description. Donate to Feeding America. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you very much. Again, focus on health. Focus on the health that you already have. If you've got a cold, focus on the fact that you can walk around. If walking around is an issue, focus on the fact that you can still think. If other challenges exist, focus on where in your health challenges do not exist. That's all I've got to say about that, really. Another example I got off of a video from Gaia.com. It was regarding a cancer patient, and they had cameras rolling on this growth that was inside the cancer patient. And there were 4 Japanese doctors that were standing around the patient and chanting to the patient and sending healing energies toward the patient in past tense regarding the patient's health, saying that it was already taken care of, it's already healed. And once they started seeing motion, as in the reduction of the cancerous mass, they went from chanting on past tense health to done, done, done. And the more often they did that, the smaller the cancerous mass got until it disappeared. It was a real thing. Holy cow. I know it blew my mind when I saw it. If you get a chance, look it up. And that's just a beautiful way to go. Another way to go, and this was something I just recently found out. I just went through this super conscious healer program through Magnetic Mind Coaching through Chris Duncan. He's the one who put it together. And what they're talking about is, well, first, before that, there's 2 fields that exist around every human being that, off the top of my head. We've got the mental field and the heart field. And the mental field, the mind field, literally only goes out about 3 feet, whereas the heart field goes out about 7 feet. And you can look it up on YouTube, just put in heart field and you'll see the examples of how big the heart field can get. And that makes sense, actually, regarding mass healings that you hear about. Missionaries go out to sub-Saharan Africa somewhere and there's a mass healing. And part of that is because of the heart field for all the people concerned. They're all there for healing. So they are all like-minded and of the same heart regarding conditions. So, heart field. Okay, yeah. So talked about the Japanese doctors. And, the second way to handle this, and I would think it's a better way to handle it because, well, you'll get it. You can do the same thing with friends and family just by having a bunch of people standing around a person who has a situation, a physical situation that they would sooner not have, and have them do the same thing. And what winds up happening is that the heart fields of all of the people concerned wind up converging on the patient, thus bringing about positive change to the patient. Second awesome thing that occurs is, should any one of the people who are around the patient have a situation that they are physically not interested in holding on to, they will also receive improvement on their situation as a result of their combined heart fields. That's why I say, if you're going to do this, it's best to do it with several people that have a condition that they're trying to get rid of, because I would think that it's easier to get a hold of people to stand up and show up and support a friend or family member who has a physical condition that they're trying to get rid of, who have conditions themselves that will also improve from helping. Not that there aren't people out there, such as myself, who would just show up if I didn't have a condition, who would just show up to send healing energy towards someone who has a situation that they're dealing with. It's just a bonus that the people showing up to be of assistance are also assisted. And I just figured it would be a lot easier to get more people to show up if they knew that their situation would also be improved as a result of being there in support of their friend or family, sending healing energy toward them. And again, if you're just coming on, we are here in support of Operation Underground Railroad and Feeding America. Operation Underground Railroad is all about removing teenagers from human sex trafficking operations. And they go in like a SWAT team. Once they find a location, they knock it off of the map, put people in jail. If they can put people in jail, if they have to take people down, so be it. In either way, in either case, children get returned to their families. Regarding Feeding America, last I'd heard that 1 out of 8 children go to bed hungry, and this is America. We're supposed to be the most financially abundant country on the planet, so it makes absolutely no sense that anyone should be able to or should have to go to bed hungry. So please click on the link in the description and make your donation to either Feeding America or Operation Underground Railroad. Now we're going to talk about the placebo effect. And for all these wonderful drugs that they're selling you on TV, and you know, America's the only place you can do that. It's totally illegal in other countries, but I'm not going to talk anymore about it because I don't want them knocking down my door. But the goal of all new medication is to beat the placebo. There's something called the placebo effect, which simply says that you can give somebody something and tell them that it's going to cure something, and the something that you give them it's inert. It has no power. And the person still winds up getting healthy because of this lovely arrangement, this outstanding, so well put together organism that is capable of healing itself, starting from here. That's why one of the things that we have found is that it's best to have your brain working really well so that it can help your body to heal itself better and more readily. Now, just a little note, if you think I'm just, talking out of my butt with the placebo effect, like I said, it's a new drug's goal to beat the placebo in order to be able to make it to market. There's this Dr. Robert Buckman, who's a clinical oncologist. For those who don't know, that's a cancer doctor, and he's also a president of medicine. And he stated in an article on medicalnewstoday.com that the placebo works in at least 1/3 of the patients. Up to as much as 60% of the patients will be cured from the placebo. So once again, it's like the placebo tricks the body into healing itself. So it would work similarly in combination with the heart field for sick people showing up to help other sick people. Like I say, get yourself a band of people who have a condition that they're trying to get improvement on. Find somebody who's got a worse situation that they would like to find improvement on. Have these people stand around and just send healing energy toward, we'll call them the patient, the person they're focusing on. The person they're focusing on, their health improves, and the people in the circle, their health improves with a combination of their heart field and the healing that the body can do naturally just on its own. Saying all that to say this, thank you so very much for your time. I appreciate you. And please, 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 please send in your donations to the link in the description to Feeding America and Operation Underground Railroad. Operation Underground Railroad, removing children from human sex trafficking locations with squads that come in to take the place down and bring kids back to their families. Feeding America, to help that in this land of abundance that we do not have the 1 out of 8 people upon last viewing that go to bed hungry. So please go to the link in the description and make your donation to Feeding America and Operation Underground Railroad. Again, I thank you for your time. I appreciate you. This is Rhapsody, the friendly neighborhood growth hacker, the Reverend Dr. Rhapsody Barrero, wishing you and yours a lovely, wonderful, enjoyable rest of your night. Good day, boy,